Okay.
Live on the pod.
Testing 1 2 3.
And then here's me.
And here's me. Okay, this is kind of a vibe.
Welcome to the Tuesday night podcast.
Bob, scrap that.
Bob, please.
Not script anything. Let's just start.
We just try one more setting.
Or we could just say, hey.
Hey.
Hi.
Welcome back to the Tuesday night podcast. How's everyone doing tonight?
Thriving.
Good.
So good.
We have a special guest with us tonight. If you're tuning in on YouTube, a little quick plug for YouTube, we're officially filming our podcast. So
Wow.
if you want to see what the setup looks like, what we look like, our facial expressions when we yawn, when we fall asleep, tune in on YouTube.
Okay.
Kidding.
Right. We would never
Laughs
do
over
that.
here.
With each other. We would never do that. And
We're
hopefully
too interesting and funny for that.
Yeah, hopefully none of you are falling asleep either.
But our sweet friend Moriah is here with us.
Yeah, cue the applause.
Thank you for having me.
That's my favorite line. And guys, it happens every time. It's like magic. There's gonna be literal applause. Do it again.
I love it. I didn't think there was going to be, and then listening back, I was like, whoa.
I know. Shout out to our producer, audio engineer extraordinaire, Soph.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, let's share a little bit about how we know you, Mo. And before we get started, do you want to say what you do, or should we talk about how we know you first?
Let's talk about how we know you first.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, we all go to church together.
Yes, praise
Right.
the Lord.
Mo and I met years back. It's been like a long time now.
It has been a long time.
Love it. We used to live together for a few
Yes.
years and have just been besties since.
Besties ever since.
Yeah.
I actually was just asked if we were sisters recently. So
Oh, wow. What an honor. Who asked you?
Justin on the worship team.
Oh,
Am I allowed to say names?
Yeah.
well, sometimes we name drop.
Okay.
Shout out to Justin.
Justin.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
We practically are sisters.
True.
Love that. And
Yeah.
speaking of the worship team, I vividly remember that's the first time I ever saw or noticed you is when you were up on stage singing worship, and I said, first of all, beautiful voice. Second of all, I have to be her friend. She seems
my
so cool
gosh.
just from
Yes.
your
Wow,
vibe.
just from standing on
yeah,
stage.
and,
That's crazy.
and listen,
and
won't
praising
he
the Lord.
do it?
Right.
Because now we're
Look at
friends.
us now.
Because look at us now.
Not to a little plug into later on of what the episode will look like and what we're going to talk about. But I had just gone out of a real nasty breakup.
Right.
Dated somebody for 4 years. We'd broken up, and Emma and I at church had said we really want to be friends with Moriah. She's so cute. She's so talented. And so total friend crush from congregation to the stage.
Literally.
And the Rooted was happening at our church.
Yes.
And Emma was like, you should come to Rooted. And I was like, I'm not going to Rooted. That sounds awful. That's the last thing I want to do right now. Absolutely not.
Little did she know.
And Emma was like, come on, just try it out. And I was like, okay.
Got
so
her.
I went, and Moriah was our Rooted leader, and that's how we started.
And the rest is history.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah.
so sweet.
I know.
Wow.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Thank you,
If it would have been
Jesus.
anybody else, I probably wouldn't have come.
Kidding. Yeah, it wasn't enough that I was there or anything.
Yeah.
No, it
I'm
was.
kidding.
No, but it ended up being a really sweet season. But yeah, totally what kickstarted our friendship. And then
Wow.
moved in a few months. I feel like we only knew
Literally
each
a few
other
months
before we
later.
became roommates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
No.
I don't even know how we became friends, but I feel like you just had a friend crush on me.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
definitely it.
Probably. I believe it.
No, I don't even remember the first time we met.
Wow.
I think it was because just from you two.
Yeah.
Just mutual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I'm so
some
thankful.
gathering,
Yeah.
some pizza
church
party,
thing. Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Maybe it was a
Yes.
pie bake-off.
Oh, yes,
Maybe.
when I made my
Oh.
salted honey rosemary pie.
Oh, that
I will
Hey.
never forget that.
Yes.
It was delicious.
I didn't
It was
win,
very
but-
good. Yes.
But you should have.
Well
Yeah,
deserved
I know,
one
right?
served. Yeah, I
wow.
think a banana cream pie one or something like that.
Oh,
Basic.
let's do that again.
That's crazy because that's the one that I made.
She didn't even come to the party.
I had strep throat. Y'all did not want me there. I promise you that.
Yeah, we missed you. We missed
I know.
you.
And they made me a plate with all the pies.
Yes.
Beside the point, but it was really sweet. It was really sweet.
But yeah, that's a little bit about us. Moriah, what do you do for a living? What do you do for fun? Give us a hobby. Give us a fun fact. Whatever you want to share.
Oh, wow.
Who are you?
you?
Questions for each guest. Like, answer these things.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite thing about me?
Oh, that's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about Sophie?
Your
What's your favorite thing
child.
about Emma? Wow, you too.
Yeah, so I'm a K through 12 music teacher. I teach instruments, choir. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
She's incredibly talented.
Oh, you guys
Very,
are so
very.
sweet. No, I
like,
love
"Don't
those
stop."
kiddos. Yeah, I keep going, keep going. Things I like to do for fun. I'm an artsy girl. I love watercoloring. I also love to cook. But right now I'm on summer break. So
Praise God.
I know, literally.
You're
I feel
free.
Yeah, free. I literally feel like that. Have you guys seen that TikTok where it's like Tom Hanks and he's like, for the next 3 months, she'll barely move or conserving. And literally, that's been me.
I love that. She's in hibernation.
Literally. But I did that for like the first week, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to get out there. I'm going to start working out. And so I got like the 7-day pass to Club Studio.
She's going to work out for 7 days.
Yeah,
Right.
7
Right.
days. Well, not even 7 days, because I did a spin class and sprained my ankle.
Girl.
And the bikes aren't even moving.
I saw this TikTok and it was like, it was this guy sitting on like one of the like workout bikes at the gym, and he's not moving. He's not like pedaling. There's the word. Nothing. And it says like little like they don't know, but you're going downhill right now or something like that. And you're just sitting there.
No, but literally, guys, I don't think I can go back to Club Studio. It was pretty embarrassing.
Like getting on the bike, getting off the bike.
How does that happen?
It was mid-ride. I was like 2 minutes into the workout too.
Okay.
So mid-ride, and normally I've done tons of spin classes. So like normally you have these like special shoes where like you click in, but at Club Studio you just work out in your workout shoes.
Oh, so it's their fault.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
We should
what we're
sue them.
saying.
So you did nothing wrong. is
So
what I'm
like
hearing.
they have you just like slide your foot in. I haven't done a lot of spin classes like that. So anyway, so we're mid spin and my ankle just rolls. My knees drop to the ground. My feet are still in the pedals and my arms are just like up here. And I'm just like, I can't. I mean, it's all like upper body
There's
strain.
no way.
And you guys, okay, happens once. Well, all right, that's kind of embarrassing. Happened 2 times. And I'm up. So I don't know if you guys have ever.
You're straddled the bike.
Yeah. Hands above my head and knees to the ground, and my ankles behind me. Yes. Literally, and it's not.
Offered to help you.
And it's not like I'm in the back. I don't know if you guys have ever taken spin, but
No,
there's like
refuse.
a podium in the
scared.
front,
Yes.
and then there's the front row. And then there's the people on the sides of the podium in the front. That's where I was.
Oh, the worst place to be.
I know. Literally, it was all that it was left. But oh my gosh. So anyways, I sprained my ankle.
I'm so sorry that happened to
And
you.
honestly, I don't even care about my ankle. I'm just like, I was so embarrassed. So that's also why I haven't been moving a lot.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So,
hilarious.
my.
I wish
know.
that I was there
Me
too.
too.
Honestly,
I know. Maybe I can get the camera footage.
I for sure would have peed my pants.
we need that CCTV
Oh
immediately.
my gosh. But
Oh my goodness.
yeah. So out of my 7 days of working out, I only got to work out twice.
Right.
Well,
Because
you really got your money's worth.
I know. Gosh.
That is
But yeah.
crazy.
Anyways, so on summer break, free. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for letting me be your first guest.
Wow.
I hope I
We're
can
honored.
She's
deliver.
a huge fan. Was the first one to ever listen to a podcast.
Okay.
Minus Kevin.
Minus Kevin.
No, I was being sarcastic because I actually had invited Moriah to be a guest on the podcast. She had not yet listened to any of the episodes.
Right.
know.
But hey, at least she's honest.
But I've caught up. So we're good.
She did quotes the
I
previous.
did. I wanted you guys to make sure that I
was like,
to them.
She's
okay.
dedicated.
I was like, not our first guest being our least supportive fan.
Oh my gosh, I'm your biggest fan always.
Great. Right. Well, girls, do you guys want to touch on anything new this week? Anything big that's happened or anything? Any life updates? I'm officially back from the redacted location.
Praise God for that.
A month break, but we're back and better than ever.
Yeah.
Happy to be back.
Literally.
Came back and our garden has exploded.
Guys,
Amazing.
it's popping off.
Thriving.
It's popping off.
The cucumbers are the most like aha moment. Like,
literally.
they're crazy.
No, literally.
And we're on video for that.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about us being on video.
Yeah.
All the peppers are still thriving. The tomatoes are finally ripening. And I think
They're
in
so
one
good.
of our,
Can't wait
in
to
one of
taste
our
them.
episodes, I made a joke about the cucumbers, being like, oh, in like 2027, those will be ready. But you guys, we're days away, I feel like.
From
There's-
our first cucumber.
There's one, we blinked, and there's one that's just full on, like, ready to go.
Yeah.
Begging to be
Amazing.
pickled.
Each day it just gets bigger and thicker.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when I first saw it, it was like just like weirdly skinny in some parts and bigger in other, and now it's like a full on cucumber.
Full cuke.
Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I
And
can't wait
that's
to
like
eat it.
one, that's
I
one
know.
of many.
What are you guys
So,
gonna do with your first cucumber?
I don't know.
Well, that one we'll probably just eat.
True.
Once we have
Another
like an
taste test?
abundance
Yeah.
of cukes, I would love to make homemade pickles.
Yes.
Love
So yeah, stay tuned. I feel like that's my biggest update.
Yeah.
We're locked in on the garden.
Yep.
It's really like honestly bringing so much joy to my life. I expected the joy, but it's like
Yeah.
a lot.
Honestly,
and I love
shout out
it.
to Emma because I did leave for a month and she didn't kill a single thing.
Right.
So
Praise
Wow.
God.
Right.
I was
That
I was
would
a
not
little-
have been the case
Right.
had you
I was
put
a
would
little
never
worried.
ask you so to take care of the garden.
No, you
Respectfully.
never.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, loving it.
But
loving
yeah,
it.
Dad's fully moved in. Yeah, life's good, and I'm excited to go back and visit soon. But yeah,
Amazing.
I love that.
Wow.
ladies.
What's new?
I feel like my update isn't even for myself, but I have to give my dad a shout out because on Father's Day, he finished reading the Bible cover to cover
Incredible.
for the
Wow.
first time.
Yeah, and he did it
Yeah.
in like 6 months.
Yeah, he started in January,
Yeah. That's
and he
amazing.
finished on Father's Day.
Incredible.
And he
Oh my
called and was
gosh.
like, I finished the Bible. And yeah, I just shout out, Dad. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, that's
and
incredible.
that's incredible. I think that I don't even feel like I'm so confident that I've read the Bible like cover to cover, and my dad can say that. And yeah, it's a moment I've prayed for my entire life.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm just really proud of him. So that's my update. I feel
Wow.
like I just
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
say that.
The Lord is like really shining through him too. I just feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
in his like the way he's holding himself, I can just see that his
Absolutely.
life has
That's
totally
incredible.
changed for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad
Kev.
was always a joyful guy.
Right.
Like literally laughs at everything. And anytime you see him in the market, he makes friends with everybody. Like that's just who he is. But now it's the joy of the Lord.
Yeah.
And so
Right.
it so much
Yeah.
brighter.
Although
and-
he's like not any nicer, any like happier. It just is like slightly different.
Yeah.
That, like the way that he radiates. Yeah.
And even the way that, I mean, he's always been somebody who people go to for wisdom and guidance. And the way that he's guiding people is changed too, because he has a kingdom mindset. Like he is officially in that.
Wow.
And he's on fire
Yeah.
for the Lord. And even when he calls me on Sundays and he's like, we were, the message was in the book of Philippians and I knew where that book was. It's just
I love that.
so sweet.
Yeah.
But things that I think that when you're in scripture a lot, you take advantage of how much knowledge you truly have.
Yeah.
And so then to see my dad at the very beginning, but so on fire and so on fire for how he's leading the family now. It's just
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful for this last year of life with my family, and
Yeah.
it's been full of ups and downs, but like I think that is a huge pocket of light. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I love
Some
that.
think so.
It's a great update.
Wow. Go
Yeah.
Kev.
I know. Shout out to Kevin.
Yes.
Every episode, there's got to be one. Shout out to Kevin.
Which he cries after every episode. So
Aww.
yeah,
Thanks,
he's
gosh.
gonna say that he doesn't, but I think he gets a little teary-eyed at every episode.
We know. Hey y'all, Future Emma here. Devastating news. Our video did go ahead and cut off at around the 15-minute mark, which is so sad. But the good news is audio kept recording. So keep listening to this episode. It's such a good one. And bear with us. We will nail down these technical difficulties, and this will never happen again. Fingers crossed. Okay? Okay. Enjoy the rest of the episode.
Well, we're gonna start today's discussion, and I think it's gonna be a really fun one.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about the horrors of dating nowadays, specifically online dating. And yeah, I think we all have something that we can kind of add to this conversation.
Boy, do we.
And I think it's this is our way to, I think I like to refer to it as like therapy, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I feel like sometimes I think I'm the only one that experienced these horror stories, and so it's nice to know
It's
that
rough out there.
I'm not happy my friends are experiencing these, but
yes.
part of me is happy that I'm not the only one.
We're in this together.
Yes,
for
Exactly.
real.
Exactly.
Sadly.
So, yeah, I think we'll just get into it. Okay. Is everyone pretty much on it besides Soph being
I hope
married?
you are not
Is
on it,
everyone
Soph.
on a dating app currently?
Yes.
Yes. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine?
Enough now.
No, I am not. Just to make that
Good.
ultra
good.
clear.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm on Hinge, but do not go on it. I'm a ghost Hinger.
Got it.
Yeah.
Just floating around.
I definitely have not touched that thing in about 6 months, but
Well,
Oh.
honestly, good for you.
Yeah, good
I
for
wouldn't.
you.
I wouldn't
Effort.
because I'm
Yeah.
also on Hinge and it's not going well.
Yeah.
It's not going well. I've never branched out into other apps. That's the one that I've used, the one that I've stuck
I
with.
think you should, because I feel
Maybe.
like Hinge, when it shows the most compatible, and I'm just like,
Are you sure?
are you sure?
Yeah, listen, there's only so many fish in that pond, and I
Yeah.
cannot go fishing anymore.
Gosh.
the reason I stick to Hinge is I think it's the most user friendly.
For sure.
Like I think when I dabble into other apps, I'm like, I don't know how to use it. I'm so confused.
Right.
Or like Coffee Meets Bagel or Bumble, it's like you have 175,000 likes, but paid $12 to see it. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
there's
No,
only
no, no, no,
125,000 people
No.
in my area.
Yeah.
Literally.
What are you talking about?
Right.
So I just don't. I don't believe
Yeah.
that, and I also just don't want to pay money for it. But I have heard that that's the way. Like you have to do it if
Yeah.
you,
Get the quality pics.
which is just crazy.
That is crazy.
It
I just want
is.
to know, like, who just determines if it's a quality pick? Like, if you're paying, are you only getting people who are also paying, or like, am I paying, but then the guy I match with is a quality pick, but he's doing it for free? Is kind of crazy.
That is kind of crazy. I
wondering.
just feel, and listen, no judgment to people who pay for dating apps. I would feel some type of way about
Yeah.
that, and I don't think
Right.
I could.
It's almost like, and I'll explain this to you, so
Right.
If you don't
Yeah, thank
have a
you,
date
'cause
in
I
the
know
dark.
nothing.
She's in the dark.
So with Hinge, there's something called the rose that you can.
Yes.
You only get one rose for free, but then you have to pay
A week.
for a week.
A week.
Yeah.
But then you have to pay for more if you want more. So basically, a rose, like if you give it to a guy, it puts you like at the top of their list of people that they see. But kind of same thing with like paying for dating apps. I feel like the rose is just like so desperate. I never send a rose.
I never do either.
Okay,
Listen,
but
I never
sometimes the
do.
people on the rose categories are the ones I'm like actually interested in. Have you ever gone through your
Yes.
rose list?
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
the point.
for
And I
sure.
think
It's those ones where I'm like, yeah, I could marry you right now.
Yeah.
I'll send a rose.
Well, yes.
I'll send the
They
rose.
just, I feel like those are the ones that are like, it seem.
But
to be
then when you
good
do
quality
send
guys.
the rose, the guy, like, I feel like they like, ooh, you like sent me a rose. I'm like, okay,
I know.
calm
And
down.
also, and also
Yeah.
the way Hinge is very user friendly, but the way their rose is set up is like I'll send a like to someone and immediately that notification pops up that's like, oh, do you want to send a rose instead?
Are you sure you don't want to send a rose?
And sometimes I accidentally click send a rose anyway because that's like the bold button that's right by my finger. And then I'm like, no, you're not roseworthy.
Crazy.
Kidding, everyone is
In the eyes
roseworthy.
of God,
That's
yes,
In
they
the eyes of
are.
everyone is worth a dozen million roses. But on my Hinge, I'm few and far between. I only have one a week. I need to be selective, and sometimes it just happens accidentally. But I will say, when someone gives me a rose, I'm like, okay.
I know.
Wow.
I will say, even just hearing about these roses, the anxiety I'm feeling is rising. Like my temperature is rising right now. That's so stressful.
It
is pretty stressful, and just the way it builds, like, I don't know, kind of a desensitization to like valuing people, because we're I mean, I know our hearts are pure and we have good intentions, but sometimes I'll be scrolling through like it's social media and I'm like, I give myself the ick. I'm like, what am I doing?
If I met any of these guys in person, I'd be open
for sure
to like meeting them. And I think when you get to look at 5 photos and a couple prompts, I'm like, I'm like, who am I to just dismiss them?
Visual.
What if you just went through and just said yes to everyone?
I don't know about that.
Okay, wait, I have a funny story. I have a funny story about that.
No.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, when I was living with Moriah, I was going to this event. It's called a Beer Olympics.
Naturally.
And everybody that I was going with each had a partner that they were playing with, while me always being the single friend, no partner to play with. So I'd asked a couple close friends and they were all busy, unfortunately. And so Moriah had this grand idea that we would invite someone on Hinge to Beer Olympics. And so she drafts this text for me. Hey, Felix, whatever his name was.
I think it was Peter.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think it was. Hey, Peter. Yada yada. I have this Beer Olympics. I'm looking for something. Okay, types this whole thing out, copies it, sends it to Peter. Next guy comes up, pastes it, sends, pastes it, sends.
Oh no.
Sends. Probably to about 8 guys who knows what their names are. Hey, Peter. I'm going to Beer Olympics.
I didn't get response from any.
Yeah, she literally didn't change the name, so she just said "Hey, Peter" over and over again to all these guys.
Oh wow!
I was so embarrassed. I think I deleted the app. I was like, I gotta step away.
Yeah, at that point you gotta hit pause. Pause and refresh.
So embarrassing.
That is crazy.
Yep.
I was just looking out for you, but yeah, that was really bad.
Wow, that
was the last time you let me touch your
Hinge.
Hinge.
Given her my account.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Gosh. Well, I feel like our listeners are probably also on dating apps or have experienced dating apps. So I just feel like we should just share some of our horror stories that we have with online dating.
Yeah.
Okay, mine first.
Yeah, so you start first.
Right.
I'm so sorry. I don't have anything. I'm
so really nervous about what she's going to bring to this episode.
I have nothing to bring. I am here to laugh.
No, listen, you can bring wisdom
Yes.
and a perspective that none of us have.
And, you'll have the light at the end of the tunnel at the end. Maybe encourage us. Maybe share your story a little bit.
Please.
Okay.
We need it.
Okay.
We need to be encouraged.
So I'll just stay here until my part.
Yeah.
Perfect. Please. Thank you. Okay. I don't know. Do I start simple?
Yeah.
I have a couple.
Let's ease into it.
Okay. Probably one of my first awkward dates was this guy invited me to go to Panera, 5 minutes from our house. Wow. So I went to Panera with him. We got food, and then he had this grand idea to go to the Thoroughbred Lights, which is the street in Rancho, where you get to drive through and see all the Christmas lights in the neighborhood. You move into the neighborhood, you're required to decorate your house for Christmas.
Yeah.
And so, it sounds like a great date. It's like, Christmas lights, that's cute.
How festive.
Exactly. We'll talk.
Coco.
He was the worst conversationalist I'd ever met. So then I was stuck in the car with this guy for hours. And I was
Lord.
Literally asking any question I possibly could, be like, so who's your favorite artist? And he's like, oh yeah. And he's like he's driving and he's like, queuing up music, but then also like I see him texting. I'm like, he's so like not engaged to this date right now.
Yikes.
And I feel like he picked and planned the date, and I'm gonna blame it on him because my phone was away.
Yes.
I was
Right.
trying to
Yes,
like
of
have as many,
course.
ask as many questions, answer,
Do you think it was because he was nervous? Like
he just didn't seem engaged. Like it just was like,
he just was like didn't even want to
No.
be there,
Yeah.
but was just doing it.
and I was
Yikes.
so sad because again, I was literally 5 minutes from our house at the time, and I was like, it would take me a short amount of time to walk to my car to leave if I left the car right now than to
Right.
finish this whole
Yeah.
experience.
Dang.
So
Wow.
yeah, that was like pretty early on and into my like, I didn't go on Hinge until Moriah told me to.
Yeah.
Did you go on a second date with the guy?
No, we did
No.
not. We did not
Gosh.
talk. I don't even remember our exchange. I think when we got out of the car, we both were like, all right, well, thanks. And I think we both knew like, no.
Never.
I was so out of it, so disengaged. I was like,
Yeah.
don't make a date that requires so much
Yeah.
like conversation time if you're not good at like having
Yeah.
conversations.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly. That should
Yeah.
be common sense, but
Yeah.
maybe
Right.
for some people it isn't.
Right.
Yikes.
I feel like that's like a problem across the board. Just like
Absolutely.
with men showing interest, but then once you like spark conversation with them, like one word answers like,
Yeah,
hey,
crickets.
do you want to get to know me?
Right. Or do you hate me?
Yeah,
Right.
literally.
Exactly.
Yes, especially with the texting.
The
just
texting
the
is
hey,
the worst.
no punctuation or like hey period. It's like
Yeah. Or like not
How do you
asking
already hate
questions
me?
back. You're like,
Yes.
how was your day? And then them answering and not asking you how
Yeah.
your day was.
Yep.
Crazy.
I know.
Crazy.
I've like hired my standard a little bit where I ask a really intentional question and then they'll say, WBU. Like, what about you? It's like, okay, that's like almost there. He's almost asking me a question.
I mean, it's almost caring. Couldn't spell it out.
Good
but
job. Cue the applause. Did it work?
I think it did. It usually does.
That's so funny.
Also, thank you for explaining the WBU because I would have been like,
what about you?
What about you? What about you?
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that's so funny. Yeah, speaking of like low effort, I feel like one time when I went on a date, we had gone on a couple dates at this point, and so he invited me over and he was like, we were gonna see a movie, and then it was like right after work, so I hadn't eaten yet. He's like, would you like dinner? And I was like, yeah. He's like, okay. His family was like kind of wealthy, so they had like a personal chef. And so,
honey.
wow.
Wow.
so anyways,
Okay,
yeah.
chef. Name drop him right now.
Yeah, right.
Come on, send me his number.
And
Low
so
effort's fine.
he was
Wow.
like, there's some extra food from what, the cook had made.
From our gala. Right.
I'm like, oh, amazing. And so I'm like, yeah, I'd love to eat. Honestly, I haven't eaten all day. And so I get there and I walk into his house, walk into the kitchen. He's like explaining like all the food that she had made. And so he gets the plate out. It's a beautiful plate already made. And then he heats it up, puts it on a table, and like I sit down to eat. He gives me a fork. I start eating, and then he also grabs a fork and starts eating off the plate with me. I'm like, oh okay, so we're sharing.
Not on the first date.
Literally,
That's crazy.
I know.
What?
I know. And
Oh, I guess you guys had gone on a few dates.
we
with us.
had
Okay.
gone on a few days.
So he was comfy, apparently.
He was comfy, but also like, why offer me dinner? Like,
Yeah,
that was
who does
so-
that?
And he didn't even make it.
Yeah, listen, even if you've been like friends or dating for a long time, like
Yeah.
established relationship, I feel like with no warning,
Yeah.
or like, you want to share? That's that's real
Exactly,
weird.
I know.
That's
I'm
like real weird.
Okay, we're sharing.
Wow.
So I had to go to In-N-Out on the way home.
wow.
But yeah, so then he invited me over again, and we were gonna paint together because he was an artist. And then he was like, you know what, Moriah, like, don't worry about food. Like, I got you. I'm gonna pull out all the stops. I'm like, okay, great, amazing. So I get there, getting like all our paint stuff out, and he was like, all right, like, you ready to eat? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, all right, I have something like really special for you. He gets a board out. He's like, have you ever had like crackers and cheese? I'm like,
Oh
like the snack I would get when I was like 5 years old.
Like a Lunchable?
Yeah, literally. And so I'm like, oh, he's like, this is like a really sharp cheddar. I'm like, okay,
Really
all right,
sharp.
really sharp cheddar.
Oh my God.
He's like, I know,
Yeah.
right? I know, literally. And so, anyways, I was like, okay, great. You know me. Sounds good. Yeah.
Loving it.
I
love it.
crackers and
Yeah,
cheese.
I love
never had a
sharp cheddar.
Wow.
How do you pronounce it? Charcuterie?
Yeah.
How do you?
No, but get this. He is like, and I have like a special ingredient. He's like, have you ever had honey with cheese? I'm like,
No.
I'm a
You're
charcuterie
kidding.
queen.
What?
Of course
Have you ever had honey with
Who do they
cheese?
think we
know,
are?
literally. And get this. He literally just set the cheese on the board and got some crackers and asked me to cut the apples.
That
And I know.
is
Wow,
crazy.
what a chef.
So
He really chefed it up for you.
Crazy. Wow,
and
you really went
it's
all
just
out.
that I just wish I had that mentality and confidence that guys
Yeah.
have. Like, I'm bringing all the stops. And
Have
like,
you
and
ever
that's
heard
it.
of honey?
I brought out honey.
Yeah. What you know about honey?
Wow.
And
I know.
apple slices and sharp
So did you
cheddar.
give him another chance after that?
Right.
No, that was
Did-
actually the last time.
He didn't-
hung
he didn't
out.
get
He
the
didn't
rose.
deserve it. He did
Dang.
not get the rose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I don't have any crazy like food related dates, which praise God, because I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys
but
know how
I-
important food
We
is to
stay
me.
No, I do
being
have one.
well-fed.
I do have one that was just a little alarming as far as just the date environment whatsoever. It was a little alarming because, I was, again, on Hinge, was talking to this guy who shall not be named. And I don't know why he's not going to listen to this. And this was years ago. But I'm like, it's fine. He was like, okay, let's finally go on a date. I'm like, okay, great. Because conversation shockingly had been amazing, even over text. I'm like, great, all green flags, nothing wrong. He said, amazing. I'm going to plan everything. You don't worry about a thing. I said, okay. Like, I'm nervous, but sure, but great. And so the night of our date comes along and he's like, it's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise. And right as I'm getting ready to leave, he sends me the address. We're going axe throwing. We're going axe throwing.
Oh,
And guys, I have the survival instincts of a baby because I went. I said,
I've been killed by an
no,
axe
literally,
murderer.
I said, oh, we've never met before and you want to throw an axe together? Aw.
Cute.
Oh, cute. So I went, and he was the whole time just like wanted me to be so impressed with how he did the axe.
You're like, buddy, that's not doing it.
No,
for
and
me.
listen, and
Make
the
me
thing,
a quiche. Yes.
Exactly.
Throw an axe.
where's the sharp cheddar?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah, and I'll say this: he was great at throwing an axe. It was very impressive as far as that goes, but I was a little scared because of that. I was not actually impressed. I was like, oh, I need an escape route for real. But I still didn't leave. There was a second part of the date. We went out to dinner.
Hey, she survived the axe.
And listen,
You're right.
You don't know how hard it is to like just like leave.
Right.
Yeah.
As much
Yeah,
as I
I've
say,
stuck
if
out
it's not
so
going
many
well,
bad
I know.
dates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I think now maybe I'd be a little different.
Yeah.
But I do have social anxiety and I am a people
Yes.
pleaser and I was desperate.
Amen.
Honestly, I was like, I'm on a date. This
and then yeah, how do you say? Also, like it could turn bad if you're like, oh, I'm gonna leave. And all of a sudden
yeah,
they're like,
guys, he had an axe in his hand.
Right.
I wasn't gonna leave.
Yeah,
I wasn't gonna leave. So we went out to dinner and it was great. But while we were at dinner, I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's a little like, not really a game, but it's a conversation starters called We're Not Really Strangers.
Yes.
It's in that like red box.
Those are deep questions.
They're deep. They're deep end. He pulled that out at dinner so we could get to know each other. And I was like, I'm sorry, this is our first date and you're trying to like trauma bond with me right now after we just threw axes. I was like,
Wow.
wait, are you proposing? Like, hello? This is so deep.
wow.
Yeah. And then we went on a few more dates after that.
Oh my god.
wow.
I don't think I've done
One of them including Thoroughbred Lights and another one was an Ontario Reign hockey game.
Oh, those
Well,
sound like
that's
great
fun.
dates.
Yeah, they were, but it was
Yeah.
just the first one I feel like threw me off a little bit.
Totally.
Wait, what happened with the
totally.
guy?
It just, we weren't on the same page long term and it was just not going to work out.
Okay,
But-
next. Thank you, next.
Thank you next. I wish him nothing but the best. And again, really great at axe throwing.
How did it end? Did it just fizzle out?
It just kind of fizzled out. I feel like because we went on multiple dates and had deep conversations, it was very
Yes.
much like, oh, maybe we're not on the same page as far as like where we want to live in the future or what kind of family we want to have, or like faith wise, just a little, you know, once you find out those things, the foundation wasn't there.
Yeah, see,
The
I love
core
that.
issues.
For sure.
I don't know what your guys' experience is with like expressing like, yeah, maybe this isn't gonna work out, but like,
Yeah.
Mariah has a notepad to break up with
I
all
know.
of her boys.
It's
No,
hard. It's
yes,
hard.
I
You
did.
got to
And
draft
sometimes I'll be
it.
like, Mariah, I need a message.
I'll be like,
This is the
Right.
situation. Send me one of yours.
Yeah.
No, but like from like the other side, like when I go on a date, for me to really get to know the guy, I feel like I have to give him at least like 2 dates. Like for me, unless it's like really bad on the first date, I'm like, okay, maybe let's try one more date.
Right.
It's a good point, and I think Soph's challenged me with that before. Of like, you know, you're meeting each other for the first time. You guys are both like not your best because you guys are like kind of
nervous.
exactly.
Right.
But I've never been on a second hinge date.
Yeah.
I've always been like so icked out after the first one. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But I probably.
But how do you tell them?
It kind of depends. Like, there's been a few where I feel like I always say, I always get this question at the end of the day, why me? But like when they're walking me in the car, they'll be like, so do you want to do this again? I'm like, yeah.
So you are one of those.
I am. So I say yes. And then I go home and I think
Interesting.
about it, and then I unpack it with my friends, and then we realize like that was awful. And then I send them a text that says, "Hey, thanks so much for taking me out, but I just don't think this." You know, Mariah has something to say.
Well, the reason why I've said that is because I've had this happen a couple times, but yeah, one of my friends in particular, she had gone on a date and they both went to the same church together. Like we all went to the same church at the same time, and he's so sweet and like so involved in children's ministry. Like every interaction I had with him was great, and then from the date it just sounded like not him. Like it did not sound like his character and like his conversation skills, and I was like, girl, you just give it one more chance. There was no red flags. If there's no red flags, even if there's yellow flags, like I'll still say go on a second date because you're so nervous, and I don't feel like I would be myself in that situation, let alone expecting that of another guy who's trying to like impress you. So it's just, if there's no red flags, I'm a huge proponent of second date.
Honestly, same. But like, so that's my mentality. But like the guys that I've been out with, okay, and honestly, Mac, I would do the same as you. Even if I wasn't feeling it, I'd be like, yeah, like let's do this again, unpack, and then text them.
It's hard in the moment.
It is.
No,
exactly.
I had an awful time with you. What?
I couldn't.
But I feel like the guys I've been out with, they go the extra mile of like planning the next date, or like I went on a date once, and at the end of the date he's like, I had so much fun, this was great, like I'd love to see you on Friday. I'm like, okay, like let's do it.
Sure.
Drives home, sends me a text message, actually, you know what, I don't think this is gonna work out.
Why?
I bet
when it happens the other way around.
mile.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I definitely always want to be the one ending it. I never want to be the one
and that's a
broken up.
frustrating thing, because like most of the time I'm not 100% feeling it, but they're the one breaking up with me. But anyways, another time this guy was like, I'd love to like take you out to, just naming all these dates. And I'm like, okay, great.
Wow.
Gets home, you know what, actually I don't think this is gonna work out. And what my favorite thing is when they're like, when they break up or whatever, and they're like, I know there's better out there for you. It's like, we've been talking for like 5 days, you don't know me, you don't know what's best for me.
Yes.
But I think my favorite one was when the guy was like, I'm praying for your future husband.
Wait.
Thank you so much. I'll let him know when I meet him.
We'll invite you to the
send
wedding.
you an invite. Yeah.
That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy.
It's iconic.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
how
the
did you-
intention is great, but that is awful.
That's what I'm saying. Why go the extra mile? Like, we're adults. Like,
Yeah.
Just this isn't working out.
this isn't working
Wish you
out.
nothing but the best.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I do have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is, why, what you,
So sorry. Run that
rewind.
back.
So sorry.
One more time.
I am curious what would be the worst case scenario if you guys were actually honest with these men in front of them. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Because is you guys not being honest and being your true self like almost robbing both of you guys from a growing situation? Because then you kind of like tap out and you're like, well, this was fun over text.
Yes.
When in actuality, like, if that guy had a major red flag, you could help him be refined for his future wife.
Oh, totally.
And vice versa. But you guys, because there's not honesty in that situation, like, what's the worst thing in your guys' mind that would happen if you were fully honest?
Whoa. See, wisdom.
Yeah.
I love that.
I feel like I already go into dates thinking like, which my friends know this because I've spiraled before everyone. I've catfished them. Like, I don't look like my profile. And so I feel like I already go in like feeling down and insecure about myself. And so I feel like it's hard for me to think that somebody's actually interested in like going out with me. And so my fear is if I come into like confident and I'm like, this sucks and this is your red flag, like I don't want him to then turn it on me because then I will be unwell. Like if he, I don't know, if he then, yeah, I think I'm fearful to be honest in this sense because like I don't want to be too, I don't know how to say this, like too confident in the sense of like, this date sucked, like no, I don't want to do it again. And then him
being
like
also confident, well, this is, I agree,
right,
because this
and this. I'm like, okay,
I'm crying.
Yeah,
that's a fair thing.
Cry in my
Nightmare.
bed for
Yeah.
years because I
like
you
never
know,
go on another date.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I would rather over text. I feel like I have the last word of being like, oh no, like we're not doing this anymore. Whatever, he could think what he wants. He could tell his friends whatever he wants. But I think like if it was reciprocated back to me, I think that would really hurt my feelings.
Well,
totally.
yes. Yeah.
So
I think for me, it's just I want to avoid any inkling of like tension or awkwardness or having this conversation that's like, oh, like I'm hurting someone else's feelings. So, you know, again, it's kind of the coward's way out. But yeah, doing it over text or like behind a screen is genuinely so much easier. Not better, but it's just how it happens. And yeah, honestly, there's usually... when I'm in the moment, I feel like part of me genuinely is like, yeah, maybe we could do this again. Or like I'm thinking about it, but I'm like, I'm not going to say no right now. But yeah, then I have the little powwow with the girls. It's like, oh, it's a no.
Yeah. Right.
So
yeah, genuinely in the moment, I'm with Emma. Like, I'm like, okay, I could give this another try. But we were already kind of talking about this. Online dating has made ghosting or just like, doing things over the screen versus face to face so much easier.
True.
Because obviously texting is easier than saying, but you're right. So if like I feel like it would be empowering to like say like I don't feel a connection or
and maybe it's not
I
there.
don't feel this connection. I don't think we should go on another date. He goes to open his mouth, you just run.
Exactly.
Your piece, you just take off. I don't need to hear what you have to say.
But hey, I'm praying for you and your future wife.
Exactly.
Well, and maybe the honesty isn't there. Maybe the honesty is when he says it's a really sharp cheddar. You'd be like, yes, I know what a charcuterie board is.
Right.
Like maybe that's where the honesty comes in.
I'm
And
really
not,
glad you pulled out all the stops.
Yeah. Or I could have said, hey, I'm here in this moment with you. Glad we're on this date. But future reference, don't ever take a girl axe throwing.
Yeah.
Like I could have said that.
Right.
And hey, if you're out there and you love axe throwing, I love that for you. Again, I was just a little nervous.
Yes.
Weapons on the first date,
And
kind of crazy.
had you guys been talking for a while? Like, do you feel like he knew your personality and like your interests?
I mean, not enough to just confidently like, you know, throw me in the ring like that.
Right.
It was just like, yeah, literally. It was just, you know, we texted for like maybe a week and he planned everything. It's like, oh, it's going to be a surprise. You're going to love it.
And
So
you hated it.
yeah. Crazy.
Okay, I feel like, tell me if you guys experience this too, with online dating, there's this like, I feel like the guys feel the need to like put on their best like boyfriend resume, in the sense of like, let's be real and honest, we don't know each other. We probably don't know each other's last names by here because I
literally.
most of the time don't know them.
Nope.
This is our first time meeting and they're like, let me show you the kind of boyfriend I'll be, in the sense of like, wanting to like hold hands or hug or like put their hand on your back when you're standing there or like even, you know, venture into kissing or whatever. And it's like in any other world or planet, if I met someone one day, I wouldn't feel like comfortable holding their hands or it's just like this like fast forward to like immediately doing boyfriend girlfriend things instead of just building friendships.
It really is, because I feel like in my experience there's one person in particular that comes to mind. We had a lot of again. But it was very much like that, where we had been talking for a good amount of time, like texting, eventually crazy graduated to phone calls, and then we had some FaceTimes. And I think because of that, again, with online dating and just how weird it can be, every FaceTime or phone call was like, oh, this is our first date, or like every time we're getting closer and closer, so that by the time our first date came, I feel like it very much was like, oh, we're in this, like I know you so well, we're basically together. And it was very evident right off the bat. He's very interested in one thing, and felt very close to me in a way that I wasn't prepared for. So it was a learning experience for both of us, hopefully. For me, for sure. Shout out to him. He knows who he is. I learned a lot, and I regret a lot, and that's okay. Now I know that like FaceTimes don't really mean anything.
Right. Okay, I feel like I wasn't sure if I was going to share this story, but who cares?
Who cares? Go there, girl.
So I'll share another horror date story. Should I name drop him? Nah.
Yeah, do it.
I will if you will.
All right, Chris, you know who you are.
Wow. Brad, I hope you're not listening to this.
I was going to say bad Brad.
Bad Brad. That's what he was.
And that's what he was.
So I felt like I had taken a little bit of a hiatus from dating for a while, online dating specifically. And I was sitting here actually. Wow, I forgot the origin of the story. But it was like, just do it for the plot. Just go. What could like just do it for. We were going to start a podcast, and it was like, just do it for a story. Just let's just have you go on as many dates as you can, just for the plot.
It was for this moment.
Moment right here.
Exactly.
Wow.
I almost didn't share it.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, okay, yeah. And I think that gave me like the confidence I needed to just be like, who cares? Like,
what's the worst that could happen?
Right. Anyone that asks me on a date, like, yes. Yeah. So I matched with this guy. You know, he seems great. You know, he's going to church. He loves Jesus. He's like talking about Jesus in text and all kind of stuff. And he was like very confident off the bat, which I appreciated. I don't love the like texting for weeks before going on a date or like even the awkward phone calls. Like, I don't know. I'd rather meet you, know if we have chemistry, and then skedaddle. I like don't want to prolong this if we don't need to be, you know? So he right off the bat, he's like, let's meet up. Like, I want to meet you. Like, let's go. And I was like, okay, Chris.
There we go.
Let's go.
Okay, Chris.
So he plans a date. We're going to go mini golfing, which again, I appreciate an activity on a date versus a first date versus just now I wouldn't go axe throwing.
Right.
But it
Thank you for the
allows
clarification.
you know, now we're not sitting at, you know, Christmas lights for hours. And,
For sure.
Whatever. So did I tell everything? I feel like I've been told the story in so long. But to start off, I'm like waiting in the car and I get out and we're walking in and we like go to pay for mini golf. And I am so nervous on the inside. Like, I'm freaking out. I hate dating. It just not good. And he's like, yeah, 2 for mini golf. And I don't know why. I whip out my debit card quicker than anyone ever could. Flash status.
Wow.
Tapped the tap to pay so fast and said, golf's on me. Didn't give an opportunity to pay. Didn't like give an opportunity for conversation. I was so like uncomfortable with the idea of who's gonna pay that I just like paid for it.
Golf is on her.
Golf's on me.
That incredible.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's become a staple saying in our friendship.
No,
golf's on me.
Golf's on me.
Golf's on me.
Wow. Hey guys, don't worry. Golf's on me.
Yeah.
That is honestly like, I hate that part of the date. And it reminds me of a date that I went on. Yeah, so it was a guy I was talking to on Hinge, and he invited me to go out to tacos. And so, yeah, we go get tacos. It's like this, not taco stand, but kind of. And they only take cash, and they only spoke Spanish. And so,
Okay.
and I'm already nervous, right? It's
sure.
a first date. They're speaking Spanish to me, like, no hablas español. Like, right.
Tensions are high.
And then finally I hear him say, like, we only take cash. I'm like, okay. I'm pretty sure I have cash in my purse. If you know me, I am not the most organized person. Like, my purse is just a black hole. So I'm like searching through my bag, and I'm like, okay, I cannot find cash. So I just like instantly, I'm like, I honestly can't remember his name. Oh, that's so awful. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, do you have cash? He's like, hey, yeah, like,
Why didn't he offer that
I know.
from the beginning?
See,
literally, that's his job.
This is why I say
He's
golf's
like-
on me.
That's his job.
Yeah, I got you. I'm like, okay, great. He pays. We go sit down, and they call for our tacos, and I like move my purse, like it was on the table, and I put it next to me. It falls on the ground. 5s, 10s, 1s, like all this cash just like falls out on the ground. Like, where was that when I was looking for it?
That
Luckily,
is
he
crazy.
was getting the tacos, so I was just like, he did not.
literally,
see
thank
it.
God.
But it's so true. Like, if a guy asks you out, well, I don't know. What are your guys' take?
I agree.
fully agree.
At least
Do you
the first-
agree? I just kidding.
Yes. No. Well,
I don't know, because golf's on you.
I never know if they agree. It's not something we talked about before, so I feel like that's why I panicked. But
Yeah.
I agree. At least on the first date, I think the first couple dates, I think I want to
Yeah.
be courted. I think if you're gonna take me out,
Right.
pay for it. I think once we like solidify, like, yeah, this is something. I agree. There could be some back and forth, 50-50, 1000%.
But especially if he's the one asking you out,
I
planning
agree.
the date, all
Yes.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're paying.
I know.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Oh
I
my
know.
gosh.
Sorry.
I have to tell you this. One of my friends from college, she had gone on a date and she had met the guy in like Santa Monica, and they walked the pier, and when she was like, oh, are you hungry? He was like, yeah, we can go get you some food. And she orders, and then she's like, are you not gonna eat? And he goes, no, I don't have money like for food. And so she was like, okay.
Really?
And she is this friend is so good at like handling those situations, and she was like, okay. So then she like buys food, and
She
then
didn't offer to buy him food.
I can't remember if she did or they shared it or something.
Oh,
but what
my word.
the kicker is that after they had walked the pier, ate, at the end of the date, she was like, this was fun. He was like, yes. Can I borrow money for my bus ticket back home?
What?
And literally, she gave him money for his bus ticket back home.
What is wrong?
That
I also
is
agree that you
crazy.
should not be asking women on a date if you can't afford it.
No.
Does that mean you have to take me to a steakhouse? Not at
Yes.
all.
Really take me on a
Oh,
picnic.
no, not
I'm
at
saying
all.
if they don't have the money for it, I get that. Yeah, plan a picnic
Yeah.
or something,
Or like a coffee
or
shop.
save up
Yes,
for it. But
provide
also,
in some way.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you also can't afford a date, then like you got stuff you need to figure out in your life before you're taking
Yes,
people
for
out.
And I think that that's also age wise. Early
Right.
20s,
That's
you
true.
can't afford a
Oh,
date.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
You're
for
in
sure.
college or you're still trying to figure your life out.
Yeah. But don't
Late
ask a girl
20s,
for money.
Early
Yes.
30s,
Yeah.
you need to have some stuff figured out.
Yeah.
Right.
I want
Better.
you to know. I want to know that like
Right,
you could take care of me.
like
Yeah.
marriage is
Exactly.
coming soon.
Yeah.
Children, a house.
Right.
Like,
okay,
yeah.
provider, go ahead and provide.
Right.
yeah,
Period.
exactly.
Wow.
Wild.
So anyway, this date with Chris, golf's on me.
Yes,
Golf's
golf's
on
on
you.
me.
Right.
And he kind of looked like, oh, what? And I was like, like, sorry, got it. Beat you there.
Beat you
Beat you there. But I feel like it was the like laugh I needed, and we needed to like kind of make us more comfortable. Like
Yeah,
I think
get a little
I could
loose.
think we were both awkward going into it, and so we both like belly laughed for a bit, and then it was like, okay. Like that was funny. We can both agree, right? And let's move on, right?
Yeah.
So we walk up to the first hole, and he's like, you first, ladies first. I'm like, all right. And I think we had like created a little bit of like, maybe it was halfway through, like competitiveness, which I appreciated.
Naturally.
And so yeah, there's a little bit of smack talking, and I get up to the first hole, and I just yeet the ball
Oh boy.
over the like gate where now is you're in the walking path.
Oh,
The
yeah.
ball's bouncing,
Right.
hits a wall, comes back. People are walking around. Somebody like picked it up. They're like, "Is this yours?" And I'm like, I'm sweating at this point. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed." He's like, "Wow, that was impressive." Yeah, so strong. Yeah, very, very awkward. Anyway, we wrap up golf. It had gone well. He says, "Do you want to go out to dinner?" And honestly, I was having a great time. I felt like conversation was going well. I was like, "Sure, let's go to dinner." So we get to dinner, and on the way to dinner, we drove separately. I never know the like rules of that. Of like,
it was a good choice.
Thank you. I agree. Wait, maybe should I not say this? I'd be so sad if he was listening to it.
No, you should say it because maybe he'll learn.
Okay. Yeah. And it's fine because here's the thing. If I would have known him and we were friends, I'd think it was funny. But I think I was already nervous and then immediately icked out. But I'm driving and I'm trying to like concentrate and be as serious as I can be, just focusing on the road because I see his car. He was driving like a white truck like behind me and he's like swerving like to get close to where my car is, right? And I'm like so nervous. And it's like one of those things where it's like I can feel him, I can see him, but I'm like trying to act like I'm not.
He's like trying to race you?
Just trying to like catch up to be next to me.
I see.
Yeah.
So he pulls up next to me and out of the corner of my eye, he is putting on a performance.
Oh, wow.
A rock band show, karaoke night.
Oh, wow.
Carpool karaoke, drumming on the steering wheel. He's pointing at me. He's waving at me. He's singing his heart out. And I'm just like this.
Wait.
She doesn't look over at him.
Don't look over.
No. Because I think I would have laughed. And I think I was so nervous. And so I literally was just like eyes forward, like.
And the fact that you could still see and recognize what he was doing, he must have been going hard.
If I wasn't on the freeway, I would have turned around. I just was immediately icked out of like,
that's a little
my
rough.
gosh. Now, mind you, I've done carpool karaoke thousands of times. One of my favorite pastimes. I don't know why in that moment it icked me out so bad. I don't know what it was.
Gosh. It's just, I think the context of being on the first date and him trying to get your attention and like both of you kind of being by yourselves.
Yes.
I get it.
Also, just like car, like pulling up next to
I hate it.
It's already so awkward. Like, do we acknowledge, like, obviously we know we're going to the same place. Do we acknowledge each other?
Right.
So you guys didn't talk about it after?
No.
Never came up.
No. Never came up. So
unless he's listening, then now he knows.
That's my God.
I really want to know if they're listening. If they end up listening, these people have to text you.
Yes.
And you know what, Chris, I hope you're doing well. And I hope you found the love of your life. And I am sorry that I judged that moment of car performance because truly I hope my future husband jams out in the car like that.
He was just so full of joy in that moment.
Exactly. And so I'm sorry that I didn't receive that well. I just think I wasn't prepared for that.
In the moment, I understand.
Too much
I understand
too soon.
that
Too much too soon. Yeah.
That's third date activity.
Slowly, like let that part of you out. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, visuals.
So we pull up to dinner and we like go and sit down. We're like sitting opposite from each other on a booth, and we order food. But then he's like talking about how he's like on this weight loss journey and he's like losing weight. And he's like talking about how much weight he's lost. So now immediately I'm insecure because I'm like, okay, why are you telling me about this on your first date?
A little weird.
So he orders
this at dinner,
right? So he orders a salad. So I order a salad, even though I wanted it out afterwards for sure.
Right.
And so we're sitting there, and he offers to pray, and I honestly was like,
great.
I'd never had someone offer to pray on a first date before, so I was like, you're already, maybe I can get past the carpool karaoke.
Yeah, that was his redemption moment.
Exactly. So he offers to pray. So now we're holding hands. So now we're across the table. He wants to hold my hand to pray.
Wow.
So we
I think that's why he wanted to pray. It's
very intimate.
With you.
I was thinking the same thing because he prayed, and then when we finished, he let go of his right hand, which would be my left, and he's still holding on to this hand. He starts eating.
You're left with your non-dominant.
My non-dominant hand in a salad.
Non-dominant hand and a fork.
Stop. And I was like, I would
even know how to eat.
I literally was like, I don't think I did. I think I like sat for a second and then was like,
Just gave him a little hand squeeze.
yeah, all right, thank you so much.
Wow, hey, amen for real.
Right. So that was like,
so funny.
okay, that was awkward. But yeah, again, why are we like holding hands?
Yeah.
While eating?
We're lingering.
So yeah, we, conversations weren't great, honestly.
Yeah.
He was a big, Catholic hater. Half my family's Catholic. So kind of red flags.
Yeah.
We won't get into that
Little
on
rough.
this conversation. Anyway, so after the date, I get up to go to the bathroom. The funny part was, I went to the bathroom, and then when I came back, he went to go to the bathroom, and he said they haven't dropped the check off yet. When they do not pay for it. Okay,
We like that.
I
That was
agree.
that was a
I think
good
he
move.
knew I was gonna probably panic. Golf's on me, dinner's on me. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, I like that he was like, "Do not pay for it.
Right.
I'll be back." And I was like,
Love that.
"Yeah, absolutely."
Copy.
So yeah, they brought it back. He came back. And then when I met him when I came out of the bathroom, so it must have been turned around something, like either I went to the bathroom last or whatever. I come walking out and he comes to me and he's like, "Do you want to do something spontaneous?"
Oh.
Now, mind you, I was already kind of feeling out of it because of our dinner conversations. But again, how do you say no?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you say no?
How do you?
And so I said, "Sure, let's do it." Yeah. And he said, there's a theater right next door. And The Last Supper is playing. And
You know that he planned that. He had to have been like, okay, if it goes well, then I'll invite her to dinner. If it goes well, then I'll invite her to the movies. If it goes well, then I'll invite her home. Like he literally had that mapped out.
because it was crazy that he was like,
There's a 10:20 showing.
yeah, in 5 minutes there's a showing
What are
of The
the
Last
odds?
Supper.
Yeah,
And
he
I
was
already have
prepared.
tickets.
Yeah,
Like, hello.
I know.
He knew.
So I was like, okay, Christian movie on the first date.
Yes,
what
what a
could go
film.
wrong?
Yeah.
Well,
So I just want a disclaimer. If there's any, I think we should have done this earlier too. If there's any little ears, we're sharing stories that we may not be the most proud of. I'm not the most proud of. I'm not proud of them at all. And I've learned and grown a lot from them.
Amen.
But if you're a parent and you're listening with kids, and maybe
bye.
Stop.
Anyway, so then we go into the movie theater, and we're the only ones in there because it's a Saturday night at 11 p.m. watching The Last Supper.
Yeah.
And we during the previews we're talking, we're having great conversations, better conversations than what we were having at dinner, thank God. And the movie starts and we like are watching it, but it's like giving cheesy. It's giving pure flicks. It's giving I can't watch this without laughing. The wigs were crazy.
Oh boy.
And I just was like, I can't. Like sometimes like I feel like Christian movies are so cheesy. I'm like, why do they have to be so low quality?
Yeah.
Anyway, nothing against Last Supper. I'm sure it was a great movie. Did not watch it. So we just keep talking. We laugh and then we're like, okay, this is cheesy. We keep having conversations. I'm looking at him. We're talking and he was like, I really want to kiss you right now. And I'm like, okay, naturally, do it. My flesh was feeling it. Do it.
Wow.
Yeah, so we kissed a little bit. We pulled away. We keep talking. We kissed a little bit more.
For sure.
We pull away. We keep talking. And at some point, we're making out at this point.
Yeah.
We're going at
Jesus
it.
is dying on the cross.
Okay, yeah. Literally while Jesus is dying on the cross. And he looks at me and he's like, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, sure. He's like, did you get your lips done?
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, nope,
Wow.
that's all natural.
Wow.
I said, guess you could, I said, nope, all natural. And he said, wow, people pay big money for lips like those.
And they do.
though, yeah.
And they do.
And I said, well, I guess you could say I'm #blessed, right? He quickly turns around with, no, I'm #blessed too.
Wow. And that saved the date right there.
Right. No. Yeah. So anyway, made out a little bit more. And then, like Moriah said, I this whole time, I literally hadn't been aware of like what was happening in the movie. We had not watched a single thing. We were talking most of the time, but we were kissing most of the time too. So at some point we're mid kissing and suddenly the background to the theater and what's happening in the movie becomes very, very clear to me. And I do want to say, I really do think it was the Lord, because I hadn't heard any of the movie prior.
Yeah.
And so mid kiss, I opened my eyes to look at the screen, and yes, Jesus was getting crucified on the cross.
Oh.
So I pull away and I was like, oh my gosh, not us making out while Jesus is literally getting crucified. And he said, why you gotta say it like that? And I'm like, it's literally
Because it's happening.
So,
Say it.
yeah. Anyway, we like walked to the car, you know. He asked me on a, you know, he had held my hand to the car.
Yeah.
He asked if I want to go on a second date. I used to be really bad at saying like, I'll pray about it, like brushing it off, which I understand I shouldn't. I should actually really be praying about it rather than just like saying it. So he says, you know, yeah, do you want to go to a second date? Jokingly, I'm like, I'll pray about it. Like trying to be funny and sarcastic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's like, oh, wow, I like that answer.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Anyway, so then we leave. We're texting a little bit. He follows up. Did you remember what you said you were going to do? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, have you prayed about us getting together? And I'm like, okay.
Oh, wow.
So I sent him a text just saying like, hey, I definitely cross boundaries I didn't want to cross. And I think that if we were to go on a second date, like I definitely want boundaries in place before moving forward. Like I just think I went further than I wanted to. And then he ghosted me. So
oh my
Wow.
god.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure that if I would have just said, I'll go home with you right now, he would have got what he wanted.
Yeah.
Sure. He had this good Christian front, but as soon as I, you know, had a boundaries conversation and said I didn't want to sleep with him or continue making out with him, then he was done.
Which is been there. It's crazy.
I know you can't trust the Christian.
No, the amount of times where I've been like excited and actually formed a little crush and been like, oh, I'm excited to go on a date with this person. And then finally bring up that conversation that's so important to the foundation of, are we going to work or are we not?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, you know, I haven't been to church in like 17 years and I don't like, when's the last time I prayed? I don't know. But yeah, I believe in God. I'm like, oh,
that's not.
okay, that's very different.
That's so sad.
Yeah. I feel like I also have another story. It's not necessarily an actual date horror story because ladies, we never got there. The horror started way before we ever went on a date. Okay. And this is where I feel like the topic of love bombing is important to bring up because I feel like that's something that's very like prevalent in online dating. Again, kind of like you were saying before, Mackie, like there's something about being online, not in person, not building an actual friendship or solid foundation first, which is like, oh, you're into me. You sent me a rose. I'm literally in love with you, and I'm gonna do everything I can to show you that, even though we've never met in person.
Right.
Again, that's not everybody, but I feel like it's much more likely to happen with online dating, and I'm saying that from experience because there was this young gentleman who I matched with on Hinge, and conversation was great. There weren't really any red flags. Like I was feeling good about it. Right? He was a little. Not intense, but he was very much talking about like kind of an elaborate first date. He was like, I want to take you to Huntington Gardens. I want to do X, Y, and Z. If you've ever been to Huntington Gardens, that's where you go to get proposed to. That's not where you go for a first date. So I read that. I said, okay, but also mind you, I love an artsy boy. I am a romantic. So I'm like, wait, that's also one of my favorite places ever. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like whether we go there or not, I wasn't really worried about it. And then I decided to give him my number. We're texting, conversation's still great. And one of the things that we had in common is we both love and write poetry, right? And so we're talking about that one day. And after we had started texting, that's when the love bombing kind of started. And one day we're talking about poetry and he goes, you know, I've actually been really inspired by you. And I'm writing you a poem. And I said, huh? Because you don't know me. Mind you, we've been texting, not even a phone call, no FaceTime, no nothing. Texting for 2 days. We do not know each other. 2 days. Like you said, I don't know this man's last name. He doesn't know mine. 2 days. He hits me with, I've been inspired by you. I'm writing a poem about you. And I said, literally was his muse. And I asked him, I was like, oh, okay, well, like, can you read it to me? Like, obviously I was curious. I was very much like, oh, please don't do this. We don't know each other. But like, obviously I need to hear it. Hello. Yeah. And so he's like, no, it's still in progress. Like I haven't finished it. I'm going to wait and I'm going to read it to you on our first date at Huntington Gardens.
No.
And I said,
when he proposes.
literally when he gets down on one knee. Like, that is crazy. And so I was doing everything I could to be like, listen, can you please like give me a little taste of like, what are the first few lines? Like, I've got to hear this. And eventually, again, because he was in love with me, he said, okay, fine. And I have the poem right here.
Yes, bring it out.
And listen, you guys, mind you, this is just the beginning. This is like line 1. Lord knows what the rest of this poem is going to be. And I just really need you to understand the context. I had known this man, not even known him. I had been
36.
texting him for 2 days.
Oh my gosh.
And he hit me with, she is the warmth I run to. Her red hair burns like the fire of my heart. And I said, I've got to get out of this. He sent that to me. And I said, what do you mean? I am the warmth you run to?
Yeah, what warmth are you talking
What warmth? Literally, what warmth are you talking about? What do you mean? Burning like the fire of your heart.
Oh my
We need to. So I
gosh.
immediately extinguished that fire.
my goodness.
Literally, and I'm pretty sure
Can you
I got.
imagine if you had just posted another picture of your hair completely dyed?
I dye my hair black.
Yeah, you're like, gotta go.
Yeah.
Never again.
Oh my gosh.
Emma.
I'm pretty sure I received that text of the poem while I was here.
Yeah, 1,000%.
And I had a full on like breakdown freak out
Yes.
moment of like, this is too crazy. I
What
need
did
to
you
end this
say?
immediately. I feel like we drafted some things. I'm pretty sure I put it into,
you put it into chatty.
into chat GPT
Yeah.
because
Down.
I was like, how do I respond to this in a way that's not going to like, break this man's heart and or ego
Yes.
forever, but also
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to ghost him. Like, I have to say something, and I wasn't prepared to draft something
Mm-hmm.
myself. So I asked my friends, I asked ChatGPT, and you guys, when I wrote out the whole scenario into chat, the initial answer was, oof. From a literal AI, from a robot. It hit me with, oof, that's a lot. And that's exactly how I felt.
You're
And
like,
so,
well, yes.
well, yeah. So, eventually I responded, who knows what? I genuinely don't remember, but I'm like, I don't know. I wasn't made to be someone's muse that early on.
And that's
But you
crazy,
are the
Emma.
warmth that I run to.
You are.
Yeah, all those things are true, but he
Thank you
doesn't know
so
that
much.
yet.
He doesn't
Right,
know that.
yeah.
He doesn't get to
Exactly.
run to this warmth.
No.
That's
That's something to be
so-
earned.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, Emma.
It's kind of crazy.
It is crazy, just like how guys can get this idea of you, and then it puts a pressure on you. Like, I need to live up to this idea.
Yeah.
I recently went on a date.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of same thing. Like, he was really excited to go on this date.
As he should be.
Thank you.
Naturally.
And gosh, there are just so many like side stories to this date. But since we're talking about love bombing, so it was my birthday the next day, and so he.
Wait, this is recently.
This
This
was
is
recently.
birthday.
Very
Okay,
recently.
okay.
Yeah, like a month ago.
Literally.
Yeah.
This is fresh.
I'm so excited.
He asked me initially, like, oh, like, where do you like to go shopping? I'm like, oh, I think he's like gonna get me like a little gift. That's so sweet. And so I tell him, and so yeah, we get to the date and talk, like, going off of like riding together or whatever. We rode together to dinner, and I see like a bag in his car.
Oh boy.
And it was a gift bag. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet of you. You shouldn't have. And I opened the bag, and let me just first say, I don't love to read. I know I'm surrounded by reading girlies.
An entire book club.
Yeah,
You
also read.
I do.
Yeah.
I do read, but not to the extent that this gift was
Right.
perceived. Anyways, so I open the gift, and it is a mug, probably the size of like Mac's head. It's like, sorry, it's
Your head.
Sorry, you guys
exactly.
can't see this.
It's huge, and it has a picture
It's
of
huge.
Dang.
Period.
Okay.
Huge for a mug, small for a head.
Yes,
Right, right.
It's crazy.
Normal size head.
Thank you. Big
it
mug. Normal
has
head.
this painting of Princess Belle on it,
Well,
and a stack of books next to her, and it says fully booked.
Oh, what in the Facebook
And
mom
then
kind of gift is that?
Yes, thank you. And in
From like
the mug,
it sounds like it'd be from Nectar.
yeah, and in the mug there were fake tulips, which is fine. I was like, you know me, trying to like overcompensate. Oh my gosh, tulips are my
Wow.
favorite, which they are.
And they'll live
shout
forever.
out to
She's
anyone
like,
else
which
that
they
would-
aren't.
But anyways, and then he gave me a Amazon gift card
Oh, wow.
that had a note on it that said, "Hey Momo." This is our first date.
Oh, boy.
I told him that my nieces and nephews call me Auntie Momo. So he said, "Hey Momo, I pray that you have a blessed year. Thank you for letting me spend it with you. Heart you."
Oh.
Proverbs 31.
Oh no.
So he said, "I love you" on the first day. It's so crazy that these men just know so quickly.
It's crazy. He said, I finally found my Proverbs 31 woman.
Wait,
And you guys,
What?
if you are unfamiliar with Proverbs 31, go ahead and pause this.
Yes.
Go read it because we
It's the
love
ideal
we love the
woman.
Bible. It's the ideal woman.
And it is you.
Heart you, Momo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
But
God.
How long had you been talking up until this point?
I would say like 2 weeks.
Oh my.
Wow.
Heart
I
you.
know.
Heart you.
Hurt you.
Yeah, heart you.
Wow. You were the warmth he was running
I
to, for
know.
real.
And throughout the date, like we would have conversations about our future dates, and I'd be like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And he would say, "You know what?
Are you sure?
Are you sure we're going to get
Not
there?
everyone's into musicals, okay?" And he kept saying, "As long as I'm with you, we'll have fun."
Gotta go.
But you know what's crazy?
Oh my.
By the end of the day, he just knew that we didn't have a connection.
That-
But
Did he not
hearted
reach out to you again?
No, he's the guy that's praying for my future husband.
Oh, praise God.
Praise
Yeah.
God.
Wow. He's praying for you. He's reading Proverbs 31 over you. He's going to be your
That's
spiritual
intense.
mentor.
It was it was really
That's the
intense.
kind of man who needs a woman who's gonna hop on board quickly and get married within 3 weeks.
No, literally.
Like
17 babies.
yeah, 17
Heart you
babies.
is crazy.
That is
I
insane.
know.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Wow.
Dang.
I couldn't
man.
even imagine.
I know.
That is
I know.
crazy.
You guys know me. I was like, thank you so much. I love it.
You know, it's my favorite book.
And it was
favorite chapter.
$40 to Amazon.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Hey, shout out.
I
What did you get? Have you
know.
used it yet?
I got these pretty decals to put on my
yes.
window to make it
Wow.
look like it's stained glass.
Oh, pretty.
I love that.
Yeah,
So
really
worth
cute.
it. Happy birthday
Out of the
to you.
ashes, there is beauty.
Amen.
I got these
Amen.
decals that said Proverbs 31.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
Wow.
goodness.
wild.
Well, wow. This is a lot. I
Yeah.
literally can't believe I said half those stories on the internet and that they'll be here forever. But I just hope that if you are a man and you're listening, you take these and, as lessons
Yes.
to, not do,
Right.
on your future dates. But also, women, if you're experiencing this, you're not alone.
Yeah, we're
It's
all in this
amen.
together.
It's
for
rough out
real.
here in the
So
streets.
rough.
For sure.
If you were hoping for answers to dating, sorry, we did not have those
Yeah,
for you.
we'll let you know. We'll let you
or
know.
solutions.
Right. Like you said, it's rough out here. There's some great guys out there for sure. They exist,
Where
and I
are
know
they?
that. But also, like, if you wanna hit me up, you could write
Email
a poem
us.
for me.
Yeah.
Email.
You know what? I'll tell you guys the same thing my grandma told me.
Okay.
Before me and my best friend Christy had met our guys, I remember my grandma had, we were visiting her. She grabbed our arms and she looked at us and she goes, "You two are very beautiful. I'll say this now to you three. You three are very beautiful and you are not duds." So there you go.
Wow.
Straight from my grandma.
Thank you.
Thanks,
That was my
Grandma.
It
fear.
actually is a good reminder.
I know.
When you've been single for this long, you start
Yeah.
thinking.
Sometimes it's like, is it me?
And I feel like
it's not us.
it's
It's
my
not.
like married friends where they're like, "Oh my gosh, like you're great. Like we
Yeah.
should set you up." And I'm like, I don't believe you.
literally,
Because
and
none of the single men feel that way.
Yeah, and it's my parents who are like, when are you going to give me grandbabies? And like, when are you going to set me up with your
Tell them
your
35.
friends' eligible sons?
If Em and I are single still at 35, we're
Right.
just gonna co-auntie
I
raise
know.
kids
The ages,
together.
it keeps getting
Yes.
younger and younger.
Okay, I know.
I live
We'll
with
say
guys.
40.
I don't want to raise kids, but
Well, they'll be our kids, but you can be Auntie Momo.
perfect.
Perfect.
I think though,
we heart
we
you.
need to bring honesty, like face-to-face honesty back to dates.
I agree. I accept
Yes,
that
I
challenge.
I think that that's a big thing.
yeah.
Because I think like you playing nice and being like, oh wow, it's also you guys not showing your personalities,
Right.
and you three
Yeah.
are so hilarious. And even when
wow.
you guys are sassy, like when I have presented you guys something and you're like, really? So if, like that would be a funny thing to
Yeah.
do on a date, and you know, with reason,
with reason and respect.
Yeah, respect. But
like
I think
that.
that the playing nice or trying to be like a dainty girl, I don't think that's necessarily what they want. So, you know, the same thing that you had brought up when you were saying, like, I feel like they're trying to fill the best boyfriend role.
Yeah.
I feel like there's this trying to fill the feminine role the way
Right.
that we have been told to fill
Yeah.
it, you know, or has been painted for you
Yeah.
guys, when in actuality, like, that's not necessarily what they're looking for. They're looking for a woman
Wow.
that challenges them, a woman that makes them better and can help them get to the next level, and vice versa, that they can help you
Yeah.
get to the next level. And that's not
Totally.
going to happen if there's not honesty.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know? So
I'm feeling convicted.
that's my
Ladies,
challenge to you
stand
guys.
up.
Thanks.
Yes.
That's what I have to contribute.
And it's all
You
good
contributed so
things.
much.
All good things.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, thank you so much, Mo.
Yes.
Thanks for being our first
Yes,
guest.
this
What
was
an
so
honor.
fun.
Killed it. Will you come back?
Of course. I have so many more stories.
Praise
Amazing.
God. I know. We definitely need a round two. I also feel like
Yes.
our
Yeah.
roommate has some pretty incredible dating stories.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, yeah, she would be a great person to add to this conversation.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks so much for listening, you guys.
Yeah.
We're sorry about the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get it down. We'll get it down.
Yeah,
It's our
we'll-
first time doing this. Okay.
Exactly. But we love you guys so much.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us at the table.